I've got my kids in the back, and y'all don't pay attention to them, but they're back there.
No, this is where our life is. We're literally in a camper without electricity down by the river in Virginia during a gas crisis. That's just not where I saw myself.
The van down by the river!
Message from Bass 1. Have you experienced any flu-like symptoms? Any loss of taste, smell, difficulty breathing, fever of 100.4, or inability to get gas? No, I'm just kidding on that last part.
We don't have a clue what that's about. We really don't. But it's interesting. But I don't think they're looking for somebody. I think it's a nightly patrol because it's kind of city living around here. What you doing, Andrew?
Oh, just looking at Facebook.
What you doing?
Facebook? Oh gosh. You're having way too much fun with this.
I am.
It's bad.
I have no idea.
You think they canceled the tournament?
I think so.
Who? Show me what you just got.
It was just a story. It just said Northern Open James 1 status canceled. That wouldn't be good.
All right, beginning of day 2, and we are in a fog delay. That's right, a fog delay, over an hour. We've been running an hour down to our fishing water, so we're sitting here making a different plan. I got my partner Steve Webb with me today, and Steve lives here, so we're talking about a couple of creeks that are a little bit closer. I'm not gonna make that run all the way down. It's just the day's already short. We're in a second flight, not first, but we're due back in at 2:10, so we're already down to 7 hours of actual fishing time. To take 2 hours out of 7 and get 5 to fish, maybe we can just get rid of hoping an hour of that and give us another hour of fishing time. Really going practicing. I went over a video last night about how yesterday went. You guys saw it. It pretty well Suckville, and today Steve and I are going out to have a better day, but we're going practicing is what we're doing. We are going practicing. They're starting to call boat numbers here in about 5 minutes, so we're gonna take off. Fog delays suck, but it's better than driving and killing yourself. Guys, it's your first time here. It's a good time right now. Bump that like, hit the subscribe, leave some comments. Fish number 1. How about them apples? Yep. They're spawning, I think, man. I think we got a frog you can get them to go to, but caught him on that bait you told me to put on. That big bite. That fighting frog.
Who are you with rod? Falcon. Yeah, Bart used to run pro staff 60 of them. He got this Calorie I think.
So what that was is that was the spawning bed. The first one I caught was the male,
yeah,
and this is the female. That's what's going on here, Bubba. I appreciate you calling your information. You gotta be on this stretch or that stretch. And when you don't have any preconceived notions, it's so much easier to fish and do well and make good decisions. We all are guilty of getting locked into what we know, and no matter how good we are, we all know that there's fish being caught other ways, but we just can't seem to open our damn minds to it. Dude, I'm not saying I can do it. I just sit and told you I spent freaking 14-hour day yesterday with that stupid BFE in my hand flipping something where I wasn't gonna get a bite. I promise you that was a male and a female is what that was.
What I just thought when you pulled that one up out of the water, I said, there's the female right there.
When she bit, I thought, I bet she's bigger than that other one. Yep. feel like we're catching them better than everybody else around us, don't you? I think
I was laying off that point. Started thinking over there. Hooked one, thought I had hooked the damn log till it pulled back and I yanked the damn rod out my hand.
Truthfully, looking at what I'm looking at right now in the watercolor and the James, I shouldn't have spent my entire practice in the chick. This is what Oklahoma looks like. This is how I grew up fishing. You know, river, shallow. You know, this is it. This is what I do. And the chick is clear and Florida strain, that grass, and I made the wrong decision. The thing that's helping this though, I'm telling you, these fish are not as far along as the ones in the chick are too far gone. So I bet like 2 weeks ago, the chick would have been better than a lot of the river because they were spawning there before this place was really going. It probably scares us to see all the fish that we dragging this bait by that ain't even touching it. That's for real. Because they're so smart. There's probably a bunch of them, we probably getting bites and not even knowing it too, you know. They just hit it and drop it, hit it and drop it, and we can't feel it.
Can't believe you haven't caught one back there. I figured eventually it was coming. Big one too, huh? Good job, dude. Oh yeah. That'll help you cause. Makes you feel better about life anyway, huh? I was just saying, I cannot believe you hadn't caught one. Good job. I got your sauna going for you back there. I got your sauna going for you back there.
Sand pan, old tail's red. They're spawning heavy in here. Spawners. It's the best kind, bro. Sometimes they got 6-pound girlfriends. Just gotta go light. That's all it is. French fry. Right there's a cold ball I didn't get to use yesterday, partner, because I didn't have 5. And I did catch number 5 with about 2.5 hours left to fish, about a 13-incher. She had that little worm down her throat, and she had a little bit of blood coming off of her. She'd have probably lived, but well, they got that you can't call a dead fish rule. You put that sucker in your live well. So here you're going to see me make another bad decision on the day. I only end up catching all day long those 5 fish first thing this morning out of this area that they were spawning in. I was forced to leave it because, like I say, this is a tidal river system and the water is falling. The tide's going out this morning on this deal, and when we got in there, the tide was higher. If I would have fished this area day 1, I would have had 2 to 3 hours more of the high tide. With the fog delay and everything, it pushed all the fish up on that flat to spawn, and then as the tide comes out, it pulls them back out here to these stumps at the mouth of this thing and down the front of this island. There's quite a few boats out here. I'm sure these guys had fished there the day before. I did have a little bit of I didn't want to get in somebody's way that had been in there the day before. One of the gentlemen I'd talked to had a pretty nice bag the day before, and he was still milling around in there, and I sure didn't want to get in one of those guys' ways. But I made a mistake. I should have just stayed in this general vicinity, especially towards this creek had a lot more water going back up on in it. I wish I would have just spent my day fishing in here, and as opposed to that, I tried to chase the tide a little bit and run a pretty good ways down the river, and got into another area that had a lot of boats in it as well. That's part of these opens, 225 boats. But you're going to see me really make a mistake here. I wish hindsight's always 20/20. I don't know how much I could have improved my limit, but it's pretty early in the morning. But I had a short day. I just didn't have a lot of time to run, and that's just part of tournament decisions, and they make or break you. And this one was definitely the wrong one. I made many wrong decisions in this event, and that's how I end up finishing 150th place or something like that. I mean, it's pretty bad. I didn't even have a limit the first day. Had 4 fish, and you guys have heard me talk about it quite a bit. And then today I catch this small limit, which was a good start to the day, but it wasn't a good finish. If I could have just milled around this area for the rest of the day, I think I could have caught some more good fish that would have helped me cull up. But really, biggest problem probably was my practice. I spent the entire practice in the Chickahominy and never came out. And after seeing some of the rest of the river with just the watercolor and the way that it fished, I wish I would have spent more time in some other areas. But, Chick is where a lot of the big fish come from. It's actually where the tournament was won from. I spent the entire first day up there around the guy that did win the event. So Polinick spent, I think, one day of practice in that joint, and he caught him in there, and I saw him all day one. We were back and forth around each other, but he definitely was focusing on something different than I was. I focused on the vegetation in there, which you guys saw on the first video, and he focused more on the hardcover. So bad event for Hallman, and quite frankly, it was a bad event for the entire house. I don't think that a check was cashed by any of the 3 of us, so you'll notice that in some of our body language going into the evening as we finish this video up. Appreciate you guys being here. If it's your first time here, bump that like, hit the subscribe, dude. We put a lot into this channel, and really appreciate you guys following along, and hope you enjoy the new camera view that I have supplied you guys, because it is definitely new, different. This is the only one that you see in the industry until they start copying it, and hopefully I'll get some of these suckers out there and on the market for sale by the time the end of this year is over. All right, so here goes Big Dummy Hallman leaving the fish. Now, rule number 1, don't ever leave fish that are biting, right? And to go find other fish. And here I go, ripping out of here at 70 miles an hour with that Merc. So, guys, here it is, and here's a bad move, and you're looking at it right here. This is not the right choice, but I made it. That right there is the live release boat, and he just dumped 500 gallons of largemouth right there. So if you're fishing tomorrow, fish right there. So you're starving?
I'm freaking hungry. Yes.
I don't know. What are we gonna do for dinner? Andrew, what are we gonna do for dinner? I saw something way better than a lily pad.
What? Hell no.
Cavities!
No. I saw it too, and hell no.
You thought of me when
I
you saw
did.
it.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh God, I'm so glad it was by our hotel. I was like, I'm so glad Hallman did not see Captain D's, because we'd have eaten there every night.
You don't like Captain D's?
I've never had it.
Oh God.
Is it like?
Oh my God, we gotta go.
Is it like a rich man's Long John Silver?
No, it's a poor man's Long John Silver.
Captain D's.
I can eat fish now, so.
You can eat fish now.
Yeah, I can eat fish now, because the tournament's over.
Couldn't have that.
You had a spectator following you?
Yeah.
With a camera?
Yeah, he followed. This is no joke. His day included following Brandon Polinick, Mike Iaconelli, and me. I was like, it's a little bit of a downgrade.
Was Ike back in the Chickahominy again?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
About 14 pounds.
Yep, 14-1.
Yeah.
That's a source of pride. I tied Ike today on the James River. No.
No. It took 30 pounds, 5 ounces. Iaconelli had 29 pounds, 1 ounce.
Oh God.
Holy.
That's hard.
Welcome to Virginia.
Not where I saw my life going, but it is what it is.
And I'm sleeping on a plastic covered bed in case I pee my pants or something. Because COVID, right? So note to self, when you're in a trailer with no generator running, no heat running, don't leave the windows open when it's 50 degrees outside. Because this is how I slept last night. I had to tuck the corners. I don't know if you've ever been there, but like it was 50 degrees on my bed last night. I was freezing my butt off for this.
Hey, you think we can go trap a squirrel for breakfast?
I saw a possum outside last night.
All right, fire it up, Panger.
Oh God. Give her hell.
Give her hail. Give her hail. That's good. Look at that. We need some more wood.
That's the happiest I've been all day.
Mm-hmm.